What's up, everybody? I know it's been a little while. Man, I keep trying to get these videos in, and it's tough. Anyway, I'm here, and I did a little brewing yesterday, so I'm gonna do a quick cut to that after I crack into this beer, and I'll let you guys watch the little bit of clips that I have. There's not a whole lot there, but there's something. So we'll do that and then come back and do a little summary. In the meantime, I've got a beer here from the Dean's List. This is VA juice. Little spin on Virginia juice, or V8 juice, but VA is for Virginia. Virginia. Nice little grapefruit there, and I have a stupid dog. What's wrong? What's wrong with you? You've been out, you've been fed. Every time the camera comes out. Anyway, let's crack into this. Full disclosure, he sent me 2 of these, and I had one of them, and I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna drink the other one in camera here. Mike was nice enough to send me a little care package, probably like a condolences package for not making it past round 2 in the SJ Pour Challenge. By the way, I do have a video. I've got videos of all the reviews, and I'm trying to figure out how to manage it, because my original thought was to do a one video and put them all together, kind of Lermo 22 style. And then I got to looking at the time, and it's pretty long, but I think it's comparable to Lermo's, so I might end up going that route just because that's kind of how I went into the video, the shooting, just to keep the continuity there. Otherwise, it's going to be broken up. It's going to be weird. I mean, it's going to be weird anyway. It's yours truly. But anyway, let's get this thing in a glass. I've got my Creature Comforts Get Comfortable glassware, freebie, but it's a nice glass. I like it. So it is pouring the juice. Look at that. That's a juicy one. Haze Nation. Nice color, no real signs of oxidation. Looks like you did a fantastic job on the packaging, Mike. Let's get comfortable, shall we? Cheers. Wow, first blast is just, yeah, it's just a juice machine. There's like all kinds of grapefruit and like a fruit punch thing going on a little bit. Just wonderful. Big citrus, big tropical notes, a lot of like pineapple, mango kind of it's just booming with awesome fruit aromas and juicy tropical citrus fruit aromas too. Maybe just a slight touch of the dank character, but really not much there. So anyway, I'm gonna get a sip on that. Thank you, Mike. Real nice. I think this is all late kettle edition. I don't think there's any bittering in this. That's drinking real nice. It's got a nice balanced bitter sweet thing going on. It's really, there's not a whole lot of sweet, but the mouth feels awesome. Carbonation's nice, it's right where I like it. Not super bubbly, effervescent, so there's that. All right, so I'm gonna cut. You guys check out the little couple of clips here that I've got from the brew day yesterday, and then we'll talk about what the heck I've got going on with the wrap up. All right, see you in a second. Hey, long time no see. Today we're doing a brew day. It's the day after Thanksgiving. A little hungover, but got some grains going. Got strike water is actually already at temp, a little overshot, so that's all right. I'm finishing up milling the grains. I have no idea what's going to be in this thing for hops yet, so I'll try to get the camera out when I'm choosing that stuff. Also have a couple of guys coming over here that I did the collaboration with on the barrel double IPA, double black IPA, Wookie Jack barrel-aged Wookie Jack. I'm behind on my beer, so I've got to get that keg today and then the second dry hops. But they're going to have, I think, samples of their version, and we're going to bottle up the non-dry hopped version. So it's just straight barrel, and it won't have the dry hops. So get that done, get my brew day on, take it easy, go nice and slow, and hopefully have fun doing it. And I'll shoot what I can for vid. All right, see you later. Well, those 3 glasses were refilled many times. Whew. We got the bottling done. Got the mash was interrupted by the visit for the bottling of the barrel beer. Then we sampled some and sampled a few others. And anyway, long story short, here's where we are with the brew day. We've got the pail has just started boiling, and I forgot to mention earlier that I'm doing a second beer, and that is the Goza for the Homebrew Club Iron Brewer competition. And so that's down here, this little 5-gallon guy, and I'm sparging that now. So once that's sparged, I am going to go ahead and try to get it down to, roughly 120 degrees, thereabouts. And then I'll inoculate it with some Good Belly. And that's going to be right here, little mango Good Belly probiotics. Let that thing kettle sour for 3 days or so. And I'm just going to leave it at room temperature. I'm not going to try to, I have no means to do a temperature control on it. So I'll just do a few days on the Good Belly at room temperature. And once the pH hits 3.4, 3.2, then I'll go ahead and boil it up, do my salt additions, coriander, and then after it's fermented, I'm either going to go kiwi or apricot. So I've got 4 ingredients that I have, and I have to use 2 of them. It's kiwi, apricot, salt of my choice, and I don't remember the other one. Damn, I'll have to go back and check. Anyway, I'm not going to use the 4th one. I remember it's something obscure, and it just wouldn't fit in the scheme of things. It might even be coriander, to be honest, and in that case, it's going in anyway. So anyway, I'll get you on the next top drop. I've already added my 60-minute addition, and that was a 1/4 ounce of CTZ, and I'll tell you about what I'm doing for this pail when I come back. All right, cheers. All right, so hops wise in this thing, I'm doing a 5-minute addition of Idaho 7 Cryo, and then I'm going to do a whirlpool of 1 ounce each of Simcoe and Mosaic, and then dry hops are going to be all Strata. So should be pretty good, should be pretty tasty, I think. So share the hop drop with you here. Ooh, so exciting, right? So we'll see if this ends up being a hazy beer or not. Should be pretty hazy with all the oats in it, but we'll see. Boom. It's got a pound of oat malt and then 2 pounds of flaked oats or oatmeal, whatever. Almost time to chill and get that whirlpool on. Woo. Okay, so it's been a little crazy, but I got a couple things done. Got the old Inkbird. This is the Wi-Fi. Was it the ITC 308? Yeah, Wi-Fi. Going. Got my Pilsners in there, lagers, and I got 2 different dry hops in there. I got one is Citra Shit, I got notes somewhere. Yeah. Mosaic and Vic Secret in one, and Citra and Ella in the second one. And then I'm going to do another dry hop when they go to keg. In the meantime, I got the old bouncer at work. And this is the barrel-aged Wookie Jack clone, coming off of the first dry hopping, Citra and Mosaic, of course. And then it will get a second dry hop in the keg. Boom. Using the clear beer system, the floating dip tube, not the new one that More Beer came out with, which is, I don't know if More Beer did it or who's actually making it, but that one is kind of a rip-off of the original. It's actually, I think the new design is a little simpler, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But I think they both should work equally as well. I kind of like the first one because the guy is from Georgia. He's actually in our homebrew club. He doesn't come to a lot of meetings, but he's a very busy guy. This whole thing is a second gig for him. So, but yeah, so we're whirlpooling. We are clearing this fermenter because that's where that beer has to go. Kegging, and got the fridge running, so or freezer. So, yeah, pretty much good, successful, and productive brew day here. What did I end up with? I ended up with 4 12-ounce bottles and 2 bombers of the non-dry hopped barrel-aged Wookie Jack. And it's not quite to recipe because we didn't do the late kettle editions or the flame out or whirlpool, whatever. On the brew day, we decided to go ahead and just hold off and not put anything in the boil and do it all in dry hops. So each one of our 3 different, kegs, if you will, our portions are double and one is triple dry hopped with all of the hops. And I think it ended up being about 8.5 or maybe 9. Yeah, it's like 9 ounces of dry hop. So each one of us had 9 ounces to dry hop with. And this is 4.5 of dry hops in this one, and then it'll have 4.5 in the keg. So, bam. I tried the other 2 guys' versions, and they were pretty stellar. And the non-dry hop version is also really good. So we're going to actually put that into the Peach State Brew Off this year as a barrel-aged entry. And we'll see how it does. I guess just kind of do a black ale, barrel-aged black ale, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Really, really, really good beer, though. 8%. Great flavor. Great barrel character. Great oak. Vanilla notes for days. And real subtle on the bourbon, or whiskey. It's not really bourbon, so. Anyway, got a lot to do. Got to be chilling here soon. And then a bunch of cleanup. Cheers. As you can see, it was a lot more than just brewing. So the barrel beers are really good, but we'll do a tasting sometime in the future. So the pale that I did, I wanted to use some yeast that I've had in the fridge for a while, and I pulled it out and it was not good. So I found another yeast that I had that was my second option, and it actually smelled pretty good. So I went ahead and tried to make a starter with it. Really not a whole lot of activity, so I said what the heck, and I got a third yeast, and I am doing a kind of a blend starter with it. With both of those, it's WLP 002 and WLP 644. So I thought that those two would marry quite nicely, and I know that mixed fermentation with yeasts can be, kind of go one-sided and one yeast kind of dominates. So we'll see what happens. It'd be great if they kind of just work together in harmony, and I think that could be a really tasty beer. But I don't know. And if the starter doesn't take off, I'll end up just pitching, US-05, I'm sure. Because I considered even going the lager out with it, but I've already got some lagers coming, some IPL. It's the Hoppy Pilsner, my SJ Pour Challenge entry, which I've now done 2 different dry hops on, so we'll see. Gonna play around with that. So, interruptions. What's up, buddy?
In the middle of a video or something?
Yeah, I am. You want to come and say hi? You look like you just woke up.
Sure.
You gonna show him your awesome hairdo? The oldest.
Hello.
I'm just having some orange juice. Don't mind me.
Okay.
So, the kettle sour. Everything I think went pretty much to plan on that. It's kettle sour Goza. It's gonna be pretty fun. See you later.
See ya.
And yeah, hopefully it'll hit the pH that I'm looking for by tomorrow afternoon, so that I can go ahead and get that thing boiled and then into a fermenter. I'm planning on only doing like 4.5 gallons on that, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm also considering doing something a little bit different on the yeast. Maybe do something like I've got a yeast here, and it says it'll kick some pear and kiwi type flavors. Let me see if I can. Yeah. So I did some research online for this guy. I've got some Mangrove Jacks M79. This is the Burton Union. It doesn't really tell you anything on the package. It just says, blah, blah, blah. A wide variety of hoppy and distinctive English style beer. So, Goza's not going to be on a pack of yeast anyway. But because I'm trying to do the kiwi thing, I really thought that the flavor notes from the online profile of this yeast, some descriptors, sounded like it could be a good pairing. So I will probably do that. What have I got to lose? All right. So that's it. Brew day was pretty good. Still need to pitch the yeast. Hopefully that starter goes, like I said. But other than that, gravity was great. I hit the numbers. 1056 was the target and nailed it. Ended up with a lot extra volume, like about a gallon more, which is odd. Maybe I missed something when I was plugging it into Beersmith, but I ended up with 6.5 gallons. I ended up having to get rid of about, 2 or 3 quarts, so half a gallon or so. I just ended up having to dump that because it ran out of space in the fermenter. And Beersmith said my efficiency was 89.1%, so that's up there. It's pretty cool. But I'm gonna sign off. I'm sure this video is plenty long now, so we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks again, Mike Dean at the Dean's List, for the tasty beverage. And we'll see you around. See you on the next one. And until then, home brew up. Cheers.